played a pivotal organizational, technical, and political role in India's Pokhran 2 nuclear tests in 1998, the first since the original nuclear test by India in 1974.
He was elected as the 11th President of India in 2002, widely referred to as the People's President, and recipient of several prestigious awards, including the Bharat Ratna, India's highest civilian honor. Any guess who?
Yes, he is Abul Pakir Janulabdin Abdul Kalam, such a great person. Good evening all, I am Pranit Narayan.
And I'm Srinilka Mishra from Standard 4A. Welcome you all to the storytelling carnival of DAV Chandrasekharpur. Our heartfelt welcome to respected Principal Madam, Academic Supervisor Madam Kirtireka Mahanti, and my dear teachers, dear friends, and all the esteemed listeners present in this platform.
Stories help us understand others and ourselves. We feel empathy with the characters we encounter in stories. Storytelling is the most powerful way to put ideas, thoughts into the world and the society.
Before moving into the storytelling session, let's recharge ourselves with beautiful sloka. Please welcome Joy Aditya Sahu from Standard 3F.
Good evening all. I am Joy Aditya from Standard 3F, present here to chant a sloka. Om Gananam Twang Ganapati Havaamahe Kavim Kavina Upamastravastravam Jashtaradam Brahmana Brahmanaspata Anasrunyandoti Siddhasadhanam Prano Devi Saraswati Vajevi Vajinivati Denamavitrayavatu Ganesaya Namaha Sarasatve Namaha Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om Om Sanno Mitraha San Varunaha Sanno Vavaturyama Sanno Indra Bruhaspatihi Sanno Vishnu Rukrama Namo Brahmane Namaste Vayuhu Tvame Pratyaksam Brahmasi Tvame Pratyaksam Brahmang Varishyami Rutang Varishyami Satyam Varishyami Svanama Avatvata Vaktaram Avatu Avato Mam Avaktaram Om Bhadram Karne Visunyama Devaha Bhadram Pakshe Makshaviya Jatraha Tirairangai Sustuvagam Tastanuvi Vasemahi Devaitam Yadayu Om Swasti Na Indro Bruddha Savaha Swasti Na Pusa Visvavedaha Swasti Na Startyo Arishtanemihi Swasti No Bruhaspate Dadatu Om Namaste Ganapataye Tvameva Pratyaksham Tattvamase Tvameva Kevalam Bhartase Tvameva Kevalam Dhartase Tvameva Sarvam Khalvedam Brahmase Tvam Sakshadatma Siritam Rutam Vachme Satyam Vachme Avatvamam Avavaktaram Avaswataram Avadataram Avadhataram Avanuchanamastisyam Avapaschatata Avapurastata Avatarata Avadakshinatata Avachodhatata Avatharatata Sarvato Mam Pahi Pahi Samantam Om Tvam Bhavmayastum Tinmayaha Tvam Brahmamayastum Brahmamayaha Tvam Sachitananda Ditiyasi Tvam Pratyaksham Brahmasi Tvam Jnanamayo Vijnanamayosi Ekadantaya Vidmahe Vaktutundaya Dhimahi Tanno Danti Prachodayat Om Namo Bhatapataye Namo Ganapataye Namaha Prathamapataye नमस्ते स्थूलंबोदराय एकदंताय विघ्ननाशीन शिवसुताय वरदमूर्तये नमः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Thank you.
Thank you, Joy, for this lovely sloka. You have filled the environment with positivity. Really, it was very wonderful. And now comes the most awaiting session, the storytelling carnival. You know what? Today this session is dedicated to Dr. APJ Kalam with the theme Salam to Kalam. So without delaying a moment, let's enter into the fascinating world of stories with our budding storytellers. And our first storyteller is Kaustubh Panda from Standard 3E.
Hello everyone! Welcome to today's Story Carnival. I am Costa from Class 3F and today I would like to present a beautiful story on the occasion, the various occasion. This occasion is a very one. This is our beloved, our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, our missile man, and today is his birthday. So, and today we have a special episode on Story Carnival, which is Salam to Kalam. So let me begin my story. The Second World War was just over. Everywhere there was the indistinct buzz of the radio. People in India were waiting for India's freedom. Just then, Gandhiji declared, Indians will build their own India. Everyone was very happy. A boy named Abdul was always thinking, I will also do something for my country. I want to also do something for my country. But for that, I need to study in a good school. He knew that he was the son of a very poor boatman in Rameshwar. He knew his parents could not afford it. He never asked his parents or never dared even to ask his parents about the school. But one day, to his utter surprise, his father came to him and said, Dear Abdul, dear beta, we know that you want to study in a good school. I and your mother are not highly educated, not read, but we have great dreams for you. Don't worry, beta. We'll somehow manage it and somehow you will study in a good school. And that time, the good school, which was in Ramanathapur, just near Rameshwaram, was one of the best schools. Abdul got admission in that school. He was very happy. You know, at that time, there were no fans. They would go under the trees to study in the hot days. And they would change trees to change classes. One day, Abdul was in a hurry. He was running and he entered by mistake to the wrong class where his math teacher was taking another class. The math teacher glared at Abdul with his glasses. Him a lot in front of the whole class. He canned him very badly and said, Abdul, why are you in this school? If you cannot even find your right class, go back to the village from where you came. Abdul was very hurt. He was crushed. Just a little boy. He wanted to study in a good school. He lived without his parents, brother, sister, siblings. At times, he also felt homesick. Now, he was crushed. First, he was homesick. And on top of that, his teacher scolded him. He was very crushed. He was thinking that I want to go to my parents. Then he was thought that my parents have made great sacrifices for me to make me study in this good school. I am determined, and he thought that I will be the best student, not only in my class, in the whole school. Then he started working very hard. He studied day and night, and finally he scored full marks in mathematics. He wanted to do that from a very long time. The next day in the school assembly, the same math teacher, but changed him earlier, stood up, smiled, and said, "This boy," and he pointed at Abdul and said, "This boy, Abdul, is going to bring glory to our school, glory to his teachers." And everyone clapped for Abdul. Then he told what had happened with him and Abdul. And then he said, "Ha ha ha ha. The student which I scored, which I carry, always becomes a great man." And he started setting up his mustache. Everyone in the assembly burst out laughing. They were laughing. Then Abdul went to his home after that semester. His mother, father, and parents were happy to see him and were happy to see him score full marks. Then his mother made sweet, and his father gave to everyone in Rameshwaram. They were all happy. Then that day evening, he went to a quiet place and thought, "Finally, I have done something, but there is a lot more to be achieved." So this was the end of the incident. So now, what did we learn from this incident? The first thing is our teacher. Yes, the teacher had canked Abdul earlier, but Abdul did not he took it positive, did not take it negative. Now, our teachers are always very good, and they always give us good advice. We should follow that advice. Second thing is this success is a never-ending process in our life. Yes, if we do something good for the first time and second time and third time, all the time we do that bad, many people are here in this world who are here to say, "Ha ha ha, your first thing was just a luck, just a chance." So we should always be good, always continue this success. Now to this third one. In this story, Abdul Kalam was sad, but he wanted to go to his home. But then he thought that no, I have to do this. So, and he was also self-confident. He was self-motivated. So from this one, the key, this thing is also the key of success. So here I would like to end my story. Thank you and have a very nice day.
Thank you, Kaustav. Such a nice story. Let's put our hand together for the brilliant storyteller, Sudhachari Naik from Standard 4E for the next story.
Sir, shall I start? If you fail, never give up, because fail means first attempt in learning. This is said by a great scientist, Mr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Good evening, one and all present over here. I'm Sudhachari Naik of class 4A, and today I'm going to tell a story which is named Failure is the First Step to Success. Dr. Kalam and his team worked together for the last 7 years to launch the first satellite. The whole team awaited anxiously as SLV-3 was prepared for the launch. The countdown began. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. The first stage was performed to perfection. They stood spellbound, watching their hopes searching in the form of SLV-3. Suddenly, the hope was broken. The second stage went out of control and the flight was terminated after 5 minutes. The rocket crashed into the deep sea. One moment, there was a magic. The next, feeling of utter hopelessness. This event came as a big shock to most of them. Dr. Kalam felt angry, frustrated, and very upset also. A press conference was scheduled. That time, the chairman of ISRO was Professor Satish Dhawan. He took all the responsibility of the failure and told to the press that it is a very complex mission. I'm confident that in a year's time, we can successfully place a satellite in orbit. This boost of the confidence in Kalam and his team. Exactly 1 year later, on 18 July 1980, the whole nation was watching the TV because it was a time for the launch that was going to change the future of the Indian space program. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift off. This time, the satellite was successfully put into orbit. There was a loud cheer everywhere. Dr. Kalam was lifted by his teammates. This was his proudest and happiest moment. Every newspaper carried headlines of the event. A press conference was held again. This time, Professor Dhawan turned the mic towards Mr. Kalam and let him answer all the questions of the media. That day, he learned how a leader guides his team. A leader is one who takes all the responsibility when it comes to failure and shares the praise in event of success. So, from APJ Abdul Kalam, we learned that if we fail, we must not stop trying because it's better to be failure. It is the first step to success. So, a few days back, we had just finished our happy yearly exam. Some children got good marks and some got a little less marks. But those who got a little less marks, don't lose your confidence. Keep trying and keep trying. Then they will also get good marks. Thank you, everybody, and have a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, Sudachari. Now let us welcome our next promising storyteller. And that is Sachika Monty from Standard 4D.
Thank you, Pranit. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, Sachika.
Good evening, everyone, respected teachers and all my dear friends. I am Sachika Mahanti from Class 4, Section D. Warm greetings to everyone on the occasion of World Students' Day. This day is celebrated every year on October 15th on the birth anniversary of our former president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. It is celebrated to pay tribute for his selfless contribution towards the development of education in our society. Today, I am going to narrate a story as Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. Now, I would like to share one of the incidents of my life which motivated and changed my perception towards education. This is Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam during his childhood days. He was called as Abdul. I am going to narrate a story as Abdul. The Second World War was just over and India awaited her freedom eagerly. It was a time when the air was filled with the sound of the indistinct buzz of the radio. Gandhiji declared, Indians will make their own India. The whole country was filled with an unmatched optimism. I secretly wished for a chance to do something good for my country. For this, I needed to study in a good school. But I never dared to ask my parents about this, as I knew that they won't be able to afford it. One day, my father came up to me and to my utter surprise, he said, Abdul, I know how you have always wanted to pursue higher studies. Me and your mother aren't highly educated, but we have great dreams for you. So don't worry, we will somehow manage the money for you to study in a good school. The school was in Ramanathapuram, a bustling town that lay across the sea from Rameshwaram. My brother took me to the school and I got admitted. It was a very good school. When it was hot and humid, we, the students, were made to sit under the trees as there were no fans at those days. We would run from one tree to another when we changed our classes. One day, as I was in a hurry, I stepped into the wrong class when my maths teacher was taking a class. He glared at me through his glasses and said, What are you doing in this school where you can't find your right way to your class? You should just go back to the village where you came from. He then caught me by the scruff of my neck and caned me in front of the whole class. I felt crushed. My family had made great many sacrifices for me to study in this school. I felt terribly homesick at times, but I was determined to make my family proud. From that day onwards, I made my mind not only to be a good student, but to be the best student. I studied day and night. Many months later, my dream of scoring full marks in my maths exam finally came true. I was thrilled. The next morning, during our assembly, the same teacher who had punished me earlier stood up, smiled, and said, Whoever I punish becomes a great man. Everyone in the assembly burst out laughing. He then recounted what had happened. He pointed to me and said, Mark my words, this boy is going to bring glory to his school and his teachers. His praise quite made me up for the earlier humiliation. I went back to my home after my exams and my entire family rejoiced. I finally felt that I had done something worthy, but still there was a lot to be achieved in my life. The morals of this story are, first, we should always appreciate our parents as we never know what sacrifices they have gone through for us. Second, humiliation is the mother of self-realization and self-respect. Because of the humiliation of maths teacher, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was able to work and study hard, and he was able to be a successful person in his life. Thank you all and have a cheerful and a wonderful day ahead.
Thank you, Sachika, for your beautiful story. Now we have Ahana from Standard 4F as our next storyteller.
Good evening, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yes, Anna, you're audible.
Sir, shall I start?
Yes, proceed.
Good evening, children, and the respected teachers present here. I am your Chacha Kalam, and today I'm going to share the success story of Agni Missile and how it turned that dream into reality. We repeatedly tried to test the launch of the Agni Missile, but we failed. It was also getting delayed due to several reasons. You know, such delays are common in rocket science, but the entire nation was upset. The news was here. Me and my team were having a very difficult time due to the repeated failure. I called for a meeting of my entire team and I told a great opportunity has been given to us. Remember, all major opportunities are accompanied by equally major challenges. We cannot give up. Our country deserves the best from us. I promise you, Agni will be launched successfully on our next trial. My team was optimistic. We all worked hard. The launch was finally scheduled on 22nd May 1989. The dignitaries, such as the Defense Minister and Army Chief, came to witness the launch. On the previous night, we all met for a walk on the beach. Will we succeed with the launch tomorrow? This question was arising on everyone's mind, but none of us was willing to speak. Yes, none of us was willing to speak. Our Defense Minister, Mr. A.K. Antony, asked me, Kalam, how should we celebrate the success of the Agni missile tomorrow? Is there anything that your heart desires? What did I want? What was that I didn't have? Then I found the answer. So, we need 1 lakh saplings to plant around our research center. Okay, you want the blessings of Mother Earth for Agni? We will surely succeed with the Agni launch tomorrow. The next morning, we all gathered for the launch of Agni at 7:10 in the morning. 5, come on, say with me, children. 4, 3,
Ahana, please unmute.
oh my God, it was a perfect launch. 5 years of continuous hard work finally paid off. It was and will remain one of the greatest moments of my life. The entire nation was celebrating the success. Me and my team were very happy. So, remember, my dear children, dream is not a dream which you see while you are sleeping. Dream is a dream which never lets you sleep. I repeat the golden words. Dream is not a dream which you see while you are sleeping. Dream is a dream which never lets you sleep. Let's ignite your mind. The sky's limit for you. I, Chacha Kalam, will come with another beautiful story next time. So, children, do you know why did I choose this story for you? Reply in the chat box. Because Agni was tested in your land at Chandrasekharpur, Baleshwar, located in Odisha. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahana. What an amazing story it was. As a final storyteller, now we have very talented Samikshananda from Standard 4A.
Yes, Pranit. So can I start?
Yes, Samiksha.
Yes, sir. Dream, dream, dream. Dream transform into thoughts and thoughts result in action. A very good evening to one out present over here. Respected teachers and my dear friends. I am Samikshananda from class 4A. Today I am going to narrate one of my favorite stories of APJ Abdul Kalam, that how he had become a topper of his school. Those were the days when the Second World War was just over. Everyone were waiting for our independence. All the Indians were very happy and cheering for our freedom fighters. Like our freedom fighters, Abdul also wanted to his country. But for this, he had to study in a good school. He knew that he belonged to a poor family. His parents could not afford the school fee, so he did not even dare to ask him. One day, when Abdul was studying, his parents came and said, I know I and your mother are not highly educated, but we came to know that you want to do higher studies. Don't worry, we will manage something for your school fee. Which school do you want to study, Abdul? Abdul said, I want to study in Stuart School, which is in Ramnathpuram near Rameshwaram. His father told, okay, but for this you have to study hard and make us feel proud. Abdul said, yes, I will do my best. His brother took him to the school and filled all the things that he had to fill for his admission. It was a very good school. It has many benches for all the students. The teachers were writing in a blackboard with a chalk. It was the first day, but Abdul was in a hurry. He by mistake entered in a wrong classroom where his math teacher was taking the class. His math teacher looked him in and said, Yes, Abdul, what do you want? Abdul said, Sir, I have come to attend my class. His math teacher said, Can't you see this is not your class? What are you doing in the school if you cannot even recognize your own class? Abdul said, Sorry, sir. Then his math teacher said, Get out where you have come from. He took a stick and started beating Abdul. Sir, don't beat me. Abdul was very sad. Then he remembered that his parents had done a great sacrifice to send him to the school. He promised to himself that he not only be the best student, he will do his best. So he worked hard day and night. After a few weeks, a maths exam held by the same maths teacher. He wrote all the answers correctly. And when the day came, the maths teacher was going to announce. His maths teacher said, Raj, you have scored 60 out of 100. Mona, you have scored 80 out of 100. Rahul, you have scored 90 out of 100. Abdul, what do you think? What have you been scored? Abdul said, Sir, I have written all the answers correctly. Please tell me my marks. His math teacher said, You have scored 100 out of 100. Full mark. Very good, Abdul. Abdul was very happy. He went back to his home. The next day, when the assembly was going by the same math teacher, the math teacher smiled towards Abdul. He then said that whoever I have beaten, he will be a great person. Everybody started laughing. Then he recalled what had been happened and how Abdul has secured full marks. He pointed towards Abdul and said, This boy is going to bring glory to his school and his teachers. Everybody started clapping. Abdul was very happy. He went back to his village for summer holidays. His entire family was filled with joy. His parents hugged him with joy a lot of things to be achieved in his life. Thank you and have a great day ahead.
Thank you, Samiksha, for your lovely story. So, what a wonderful session it was. I'm sure all of our listeners must have enjoyed a lot. For a while, we lost within the characters of the stories. Now it's time for the question and answer session. The forum is open for asking questions to our storytellers.
Yes, any questions?
Pratik,
Sir, Pratik Parida has raised his hands.
yes, I have one.
Good morning. Good evening, sir.
Yes, Pratik.
Sir, I am from Standard 3, Section D. My question is, the teacher, the maths teacher, what asked to Abdul
Okay,
Kalam?
who will answer? You want to who? There are any storyteller?
Sir, I can.
Yes, Kaustav.
Sir, he asked that what did the maths teacher tell to Abdul? The maths teacher glared at Abdul and he said, "Why have you come to this school? If you cannot even find the right class to enter, go back to the village from where you came." Sir, this much the teacher said to Abdul when he entered the wrong class.
Pratik, did you get your answer?
Yes, sir.
Okay, anybody?
Sir, after that, what Abdul Kalam did?
Yes.
Sir, after that, Abdul Kalam was very sad and he was feeling homesick and he was then he found that he was determined that he was determined to study. He thought that not only I will be a good student, but I will be the best. And he studied day and night.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Any other questions from the listeners? Sir, I guess there are no questions left.
Anybody want to ask? Bhagyajyoti? Okay, Pranita and Shanika, you can proceed for the final.
Yes, sir. Like me, you all you must have moved into a spellbinding world of sloka music and such amazing stories. I think this is a great platform to pay our tribute to the legend Dr. APJ Kalam. A big round of applause for all. So, with this, we come to an end of this beautiful session. Thank you, teachers, especially our beloved Prasanna Kumar Jhala sir, for giving us the opportunity to act as moderators for this wonderful evening. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Thank you all the storyteller. Thank you the moderator. Okay. Thank you all to the listener also. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.